We are following breaking news right now about a deputy-involved shooting. PBSO tells us they just caught this man here behind us. He's wanted for a string of robberies right here in West Palm Beach and across the county. And News Channel 5's Andrew Ruiz just spoke with Sheriff Rick Bradshaw to find out exactly what happened throughout the night over the past few days and what led them to catch the suspect. And there's a lot about his past, Andrew, right?
Yeah, there is a lot about his past. This man is wanted for 48 hours of a massive crime spree around the county and ending up right here. They have identified him as 48-year-old James Goad. This man, he has a long rap sheet and began a carjacking tonight, which they have identified happened miles away from here and ended right here at this shopping center where you can see deputies are canvassing the area, still investigating how many shots were fired, what exactly happened. Here's what the sheriff told us, though. It happened around 1:45 a.m. Deputies engaged with this man in a carjacking. It was an armed carjacking. The chase went on for several miles, ending at this shopping center. Security in this plaza said he had a gun, and the sheriff says the man yelled at a deputy that he was going to shoot him. Choppers saw the man. They thought he had a firearm. The sheriff says when Goad ran towards deputies, they fired at him. He's in critical condition at Delray Medical Center and, of course, has a long rap sheet, which the sheriff describes.
He was arrested in 1990, did 18 years for armed robbery. For murder. He's been arrested 31 times for burglary, 7 times for kidnapping, 9 times for grand theft, 7 times for vehicle theft, 9 times for resisting an officer. Quite an extensive past, quite a violent past.
Goad was a suspect wanted for the bank robbery to a Chase Bank in the city of Lake Worth. We reported on it on Friday. Deputies say he entered the Chase Bank and handed the teller a note demanding the money from the register. After receiving the money, the suspect fled on foot. Since then, he had not only robbed banks, convenience stores, and engaged in a carjacking, but as you can see, now a deputy-involved shooting. This scene is not anywhere from being clear. People who were leaving a little club or a bar here in the plaza say there was a lot going on. Many of them not seeing, though, exactly what happened. And, of course, we're going to continue to gather the latest information in this case. But, again, no officers or deputies, rather, injured in this. Just this one man with the long rap sheets, and he's in critical condition at Delray Medical. We're live in suburban Lake Worth. Andrew Ruiz, Wptv News Channel 5.
A St. Lucie County Sheriff's deputy arrested and charged. How authorities say this deputy failed to uphold the law. And wreaths sit on thousands of grave sites of fallen veterans, the annual tradition in our area. And, of course, we're going to stay on top of that breaking news, the deputy-involved shooting, and bring you more updates as we get them and check in with Andrew. But first, everyone, good morning and happy Sunday. Thanks for waking up with us on News Channel 5. I'm Tori Dunnan alongside Tyler. Tyler brought you great news of sunny skies yesterday, and that'll continue except for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, today's going to be fantastic, but we do have a better chance for rain. So maybe if you are heading out, have an umbrella in hand with the small umbrellas, because you may
not a big one.
Yeah, not one of those big ones, because it's not going to be a washout, but have something around, because yeah, you may run into a shower or two. And by the way, you're wearing navy, I'm wearing navy again. We color coordinated on Accent for second straight day. How about that? All right, here's a look at your weather headlines. Winds increasing today. It will be rather windy later on this afternoon, and it will be unseasonably warm yet again. Higher rain chances are in the forecast for us, and we already have some rain on radar. The rain hasn't been down here in Palm Beach County. It really hasn't been in Martin County either, but it has been up here in St. Lucie and Indian River County. Here's this light shower that we've been tracking, and we have this pipeline of moisture stretching from Okeechobee all the way out into the Atlantic, and this is feeding the rain that's pushing into Fort Pierce and St. Lucie Village. Again, that's the only thing we're watching is pushing due west, no budge to the north. So Vero Beach, Sebastian, you look fine for right now. We continue to see some patchy fog in Okeechobee and Indian River County, and that will spread as we head later on into the day. Now, your forecast in summary for you this afternoon, it will be toasty. Temperatures will be around toasty, at least toasty for December, right? 83 to 85 degrees. Humidity will make it feel like it's in the upper 80s. It will be windy with that wind sustained at 25 miles per hour. Gusts as high as 30, maybe 35 miles per hour. And on that wind, we will see a few showers come in off the Atlantic. I'll show you Vipercast, and I'll time out the rain and show you exactly where the rain will fire up. Tori, back to you.
All right, so this morning, a St. Lucie County Sheriff's deputy is facing charges of sexual activity with a minor. This is 43-year-old Deputy Richard Akeem Henry, who was arrested by his own department, the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office, over the weekend. They say his charges are related to incidents that happened outside of the workplace. He's going to be moved to the St. Lucie County Jail at some point next week. And we're following a different story as well. This holiday season, thousands of wreaths now sit by the grave sites of fallen veterans. Over the weekend, they were placed at the South Florida National Cemetery in suburban Lake Worth. This has now become an annual tradition. Before laying each wreath, Harry Hill took a second to pause and remember their sacrifices. He says the Wreaths Across America project recognizes those who've been forgotten.
Freedom doesn't get passed on in our genes. It gets passed on by people just like the people laid to rest here.
No grave was left untouched. Hill says honoring fallen veterans means a huge deal to him, his children, and his grandchildren. Businesses and residents in downtown Fort Pierce are dealing with a natural gas outage from last night. There's still problems this morning, and not only was it a busy Saturday night, but people came out to watch the boat parade. A natural gas outage affected as many as 20 restaurants that were forced to turn off their stoves and grills. The Fort Pierce Utilities Authority says a loss of low pressure in the main system interrupted service, leaving restaurants scrambling to make the best of a pretty bad situation.
We lost a couple big parties. People kind of left because they couldn't have a steak or they couldn't have a burger.
Some businesses say profits took about a 50% hit. And this morning, officials are trying to isolate that problem. They do expect the pressure to be back up by some point today, probably about noon. Time now is 6:07, and just ahead, it's being called the best chance to save the one planet we have, the climate change deal that could be a turning point for the world. And have you ever dreamed of spinning the wheel? You know what I'm talking about. Well, sometimes dreams do come true. How puzzle solvers can step out of their living room to show Vanna White you have what it takes.
You know, Pat used to be a weather guy. That's how he got his start in TV. BT Dubs. Anyway, yeah, maybe I have a future. All right, good morning, everyone. We have rain on radar right now. More to come. I'll track it for you and time it out for you coming up at 6:18.
Neighborhoods across South Florida. Temporary home to drug addicts, alcoholics, all trying to stay sober.
I had no idea that these places were allowed to exist.
Recovering addicts. Too close to home. A Contact 5 investigation. Tomorrow at 11. Monday morning, get more done with less hassle. Get out the door prepared. See traffic scenes unfold live. Our police redirecting. Our tow trucks in your way. Traffic alerts, letting you know first. Time saver traffic, helping you plan your day. Today on 5 Wptv News Channel 5.
Take a relaxing 2-hour cruise along the calm waters of the Intracoastal Waterway with Delray Yacht Cruises. While on board, enjoy the scenery, cool breezes, delicious food, and your favorite cocktail. Cruises departing year-round from Atlantic Avenue in Delray Beach.
Gifts out there for some Christmas children, but I'll because hanging my stocking out and here knocking. Is it you, Santa Claus? Sure is dark out, ain't the slightest spark out, just my black engine.
Visit your South Florida BMW centers today for exceptional offers.
LaRue, one of the largest contemporary furniture showrooms in the Palm Beaches. A legend that grows with every custom room creation, where unmatched design expertise helps you get exactly what you envision for your home. LaRue has access to every floor plan in South Florida, even yours. So visit our showroom and ask about our affordable luxury sale at LaRue Furniture, where neighbors become customers and customers become friends.
What was your great find at Festival today?
Perfume. Leggings for her.
This amazing lace shirt.
Brand new pair of sunglasses. Pretty good lazy shoes.
What else did you find?
Set for my husband.
Disney memorabilia.
Apples. Wild craving.
We came to find her a boyfriend.
Can I try one of these? Nice muffins. I get some wild cravings here, too.
Fun for the entire family. South Florida's largest car show free. Festival Flea Market Mall, Pompano.
Take a relaxing 2-hour cruise along the calm waters of the Intracoastal Waterway with Delray Yacht Cruises. While on board, enjoy the scenery, cool breezes, delicious food, and your favorite cocktail. Cruises departing year-round from Atlantic Avenue in Delray Beach.
Weather on WPTV is sponsored by Greco Automotive Group.
Hey everyone, are you looking for something to do today? Well, the Wheel of Fortune is in South Florida holding auditions. We know that those auditions were held yesterday in Jupiter, and more will be held today right in Port St. Lucie. Those auditions will happen from noon to 4 in the afternoon at the Port St. Lucie Civic Center at the corner of US 1 and Walton Road. Going to wish you guys some good luck there.
Time now for the Honda Sports Desk with ESPN 106.3 on WPTV News Channel 5.
St. Andrews basketball, a perfect 9-0 this season. The Scots haven't even had a final score within 10 points. But Saturday, they'd have a major challenge on their hands. Santa Lucia's, winners of 6 straight. Anthony Polite aiming to lead SA to another W. Let's start in the first quarter. Scots turning defense into offense. Ben Milstein with a steal, dishes to Polite, who finishes off the glass. SA in front. Moments later, Polite again. The 6'5" junior showing why he's one of the top recruits in the area. Nice little move, then knocking down the J. Santa Lucia's not going quietly in this one, though. Out in transition, Sean O'Connor from the corner, money. Chiefs continue to dial it in from long distance. This time it's Sean Dinkish. Sean and Sean. A little step back, draining the triple. Back and forth all game long, but St. Andrews coming back to win 57-54, remain unbeaten on the year. To the college ranks, the boys from Boca, FAU, traveling to in-state rival UCF. It's been a rough start to the year for the Owls. That continues with a 75-61 loss. Freshman Jesse Hill, the bright spot, coming off the bench with 22 points. But FAU dropping a 2-6 on the year as they continue their road trip in the middle of next week. Staying in Boca, Lynn University looking to make it back-to-back wins at home against Armstrong State. 4 minutes in, David Johnson weaving through traffic, powering in the paint. And the Knights lead by a pair. Staying midway through the first, Russell Wilson acting like the quarterback. The length of the court to the big man. Johnson at it again, throwing it down. Lynn well in control. A few minutes later, though, Pirates guard Jamison Jeffers with the steal, the long jumper. Lynn, though, going on to win 83-79. The Kaiser Seahawks, a perfect 7-0, taking on Pensacola Christian College. First period, Kaiser leading. Tyrus Weaver getting the steal. Stanley Whitaker serving it up to Deion McClinton, who, yeah, I'll take that. Kaiser rolling. 3 minutes left in the first. McClinton leading it around the perimeter, finding Kevin McDuffie in the corner. Trey. Kaiser, 8-0. Don't look now, a 46-point win. They'll host the Chuck Daly Memorial Tournament beginning on Wednesday. Palm Beach Atlantic Volleyball playing for their first D2 national championship against Wheeling Jesuit from West Virginia yesterday. Much closer than that final score would indicate. Sailfish fall 25-22, 26-24, 26-24. Close, but not enough. Still a fantastic year for PBA. They never made it past the Sweet 16. That's your morning sports. I'm Ian Hess from ESPN 106.3. Have a great day.
This morning, the search continues for answers in the wake of the San Bernardino attack. We've learned 2 small objects have been recovered from the lake where police say a terrorist couple visited the day of the shooting. The FBI won't go into much detail about what they found so far, but experts say if it is a hard drive, it could hold evidence of whether others knew about this attack. Meanwhile, family and friends gathered in Colton to remember a 60-year-old victim of the attack. Isaac Amanios was one of the 14 people killed when a husband and wife opened fire at that San Bernardino County employee holiday party. Family members say he fled violence in Africa with his wife and 3 children about 15 years ago. A Utah neighborhood is fed up with thieves stealing holiday packages that have been left on their front porches. So now they've decided they're going to fight back with a clever way. They're going to beat the thieves at their own game with decoy packages. People in the Daybreak community are putting rocks, old TVs, and assorted junk in boxes, and then leaving those packages on the front porch.
The goal isn't to catch them in the act, if you will. That's for the police department to do. The goal is to make it confusing and frustrating. So they come in and they steal a box and they get home and it's a bunch of rocks. Well, there's a good chance they're probably not going to come back to steal another box.
Police, though, say they do prefer people to use surveillance cameras to try to catch those thieves, and they also recommend picking up packages at service locations. We're going to take a turn to politics now. The Republican presidential race has a new front-runner in Iowa. This could change a lot, but for right now, Ted Cruz jumped ahead of Donald Trump in the latest poll coming out of the state there. The Des Moines Register and Bloomberg Politics poll shows the Texas senator has a 10-point lead over Trump. Cruz commanded 31% of likely Republican caucus goers in Iowa. Trump received 21%. The fifth and final GOP presidential debate is set for this week. CNN will be hosting that debate, which will air from Las Vegas, and CNN's Wolf Blitzer will serve as the moderator. There are going to be two parts of the debate. The first part starts at 6 o'clock on Thursday evening on CNN, and then the main event will happen right after that. A new global climate deal to talk about this morning. Governments from nearly 200 countries reached the agreement in Paris yesterday. It's a 31-page pact, and it limits global temperature rise to 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit or less. $100 billion will be funneled to developing nations to adapt and mitigate the effects of climate change, and net zero greenhouse emissions by 2100. Also part of the deal, every 5 years, the nations of the world will have to come back to the table. The deal, though, now needs to be ratified by those individual governments. Today's high school experience might be pretty unrecognizable for those of us who've graduated more than a decade ago. Education as we know it, it's changing by the minute, and now one high school is leading the charge, trying to keep kids active and excited to learn. Julie Dolan shows us how.
It's not your typical high school English class. In fact, it looks a little more like gym class.
At first, I was kind of iffy about it, and I didn't think many people would use it.
Sycamore is the first high school in the country to have a full classroom outfitted with 26 fit bikes. Principal Doug Mater says a lot of people were surprised by the concept.
I can't believe you have a room like this. And then the next question is why? But once you explain to them students have a long day, and the requirements of what they have to do inside the classroom is pretty extensive. We need to give them an outlet.
Teachers signed the room out for about 15 to 30 minutes, giving students a chance to read while burning calories, stress, and anxiety.
It's actually pretty cool.
It helps you with your fitness at the same time as you're reading.
Education is making advancements in other ways, too. Check out this interactive learning community where kids are learning game design, mobile app design, and virtual reality.
What our goal is our programming students work with our curriculum students, for example, in social studies, and they will create virtual reality of the Battle of Gettysburg so students can feel the real life experience.
And remember being shushed by the librarian? No more quiet time there. Now students are encouraged to work together on state-of-the-art technology like 3D printers and engineering and business software, all of which is displayed on 42-inch monitors.
But it's a comfortable workspace for our kids.
And comfort is key for these younger generations who are helping leaders explore and advance education as we know it.
Pretty cool, right? I would have liked having a bike at my desk during school, but the school invested more than $800,000 into these upgrades. Another tool that's catching on in schools across the country, standing desks and some of those treadmill desks. The cost for those, about $1,000 a piece, so pretty expensive.
Tori, we can get you a bicycle for the anchor desk. We can, yeah? You would like that? All right. I can talk to management about that one. Good morning, everyone. Let's take a look at Live After 5 Max, where we have some showers blowing in off this easterly breeze. And this breeze is actually getting up to about 20 miles per hour, so a little windy. And that rain is pushing into St. Lucie Village. It's now out of Fort Pierce. Beginning to nudge a little to the north. Just a skosh, though. So Florida Ridge going to Vero Beach, get ready, because maybe in like an hour and a half from now, you'll get a light shower, but nothing too crazy at all. We're definitely not looking at thunderstorms. Fog tracker shows some patchy fog around Okeechobee going to Indian River. Still, by far, the densest fog is way up here to our north and west around Tampa, St. Pete. Hour-by-hour forecast shows the showers around the coastline will continue, but just isolated stuff. So if you live out towards Lake Okeechobee, you're going to stay dry. But if you live along the coastline, fine. You have that possibility of running into a shower. Temperatures will be in the 80s once we get to about 9 or 10 o'clock this morning, and we will top out at 83 degrees this afternoon. A few more showers in the forecast, and it will continue to be windy. Here's Vipercast. It shows just sporadic showers through lunchtime, and then once we get later on into the afternoon, about 5:30 going to 6 o'clock, we'll see more sporadic showers and more coverage with those showers, and then we see a surge of moisture come in around midnight as this disturbance down to our south comes rolling in. That'll give us a better chance for rain tonight and as we head into tomorrow. Afternoon highs today. 82 degrees in Vero Beach, also Fort Pierce and Indiantown. Then you got 83 degrees in Okeechobee, Stewart, Jupiter, West Palm, and also Boynton Beach. 84 degrees. Boca, you'll be the hot spot along with Belglade. You add in the humidity, it's going to make it feel like it's in the upper 80s. And yes, it is December. Hard to believe that we have temperatures around 85 degrees in December. We are going to see that surge of moisture that's coming in overnight stick around going into tomorrow, and that will give us more rain down here in South Florida. And then you see this front right here approaching. That front's not going to come in to South Florida at all. It's going to stall out to our north. It would be really nice to get this pristine air mass behind it to come rolling in, but it doesn't look like we'll have it anytime soon. Well, you got to wait 7 days. Eventually, we'll get a nice air mass to come rolling in. So here's your 7-day forecast. 30% chance of rain today, 40% chance of rain tomorrow. And then for the most part next week, we'll see rain chances hover around 20 to 30%, and highs will be close to 85 degrees. Monday will be the hottest day, and when you add in that humidity, you'll feel like it's in the low 90s. So heat indices will be in the low 90s. Now, our next front will arrive Friday into Saturday, and that'll give us some unsettled weather Friday and Saturday. And then once it's to our south, come Saturday night on into Sunday, some slightly cooler and drier air will come rolling in. Tori?
Time now 6:21, and just ahead, we're counting down to the holidays and look at some decorating and food ideas you may want to try. And also, you're taking a live look out at breaking news this morning. This is suburban Lake Worth, where there's been a deputy-involved shooting. The Palm Beach County Sheriff saying the man deputies shot was responsible for a string of armed robberies over the past 48 hours and has an extensive rap sheet, including murder. More coming up after the break. You're watching WPTV News Channel 5.
At H.H. Gregg, the season of Got It starts now. Make it a 4K holiday with all 4K TVs on sale. Samsung, Sony, LG, and more. Get an LG 49-inch smart 4K TV, $699. An LG 55-inch smart 4K TV, $899. Save an extra $200 instantly on already low-priced appliances. Plus, get 0 down, 0 interest for up to 36 months at H.H. Gregg. Great. Got it.
Hi, I'm Jerry Lipkin. At Valley, homeowners can refinance for $499.
Excuse me, Jerry, what else does Valley offer?
Valley is a commercial bank. We offer everything from commercial real estate and accounts receivable loans to working capital lines of credit and equipment financing.
Great, a bank for me and my business.
That's why we say Valley is the perfect fit.
Hi, I'm Chris Anders, owner of Palm Beach Boat Club, and I've been boating in South Florida for over 30 years. The best times have always been on the water with my family. These days, it's even easier to own the boating lifestyle without the hassles. Pick out the boat you want, choose a time, and the boat will be ready and waiting. Palm Beach Boat Club is the largest boat club in the U.S. with a fleet of over 70 boats, and we now do stand-up paddleboard sales and rentals. Stop by or go online today.
Which truck brand do you think offers best-in-class HD towing, best V8 horsepower, and has this year's Motor Trend Truck of the Year?
Ram.
Chevy.
What do you think?
A Ford.
Oh.
The Ford?
There's no reason why they shouldn't be.
Here's the answer. That's the Chevy Silverado HD, the Chevy Silverado, and the Chevy Colorado.
No way.
Chevy.
Or this holiday season, trade up to this Silverado All-Star and get a total value of $10,000 when you finance through select lenders. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Closed captioning on WPTV is sponsored by Bethesda Health.
Welcome back, everyone. The holiday countdown continues, and this morning we're looking at some holiday fabs and fails, everything from food to decoration. So here's a look at some of the things you might want to give a try this season.
It's going to be hard to get through this without having one.
You'll have to skip the snacking when you try our first Facebook video. The peppermint bowl's got a sweet
15 million views.
So the trick is you gotta kind of get it in a little, like, octagon.
Once they're in place, throw them in the oven for about 8 minutes. When they're done, you better shape those suckers around the bowl immediately.
This might look more like an ashtray. A total fail. The fact that you can eat the fail, that's fabulous.
Next up, you can't eat this one, but it'll make your table look appetizing. The Christmas tree napkins got a couple of million views. You fold, you flip, then tuck it all in.
The trick is in keeping the seams tight.
And pin it with a bow for just a little pizzazz.
This is a fab Christmas tree. I love this project.
Last on our list, Frosty's making a Facebook comeback. With 12 million views, it's the sock snowman.
Gonna get my snowman on.
Cut a tube sock and tie it off.
I didn't have strings, so I'm using dental floss.
Fill him with rice, give him a waistline, and bundle him up. Then use buttons or push pins to make a face.
I gotta love it, though.
The creepier, the better.
You could use this for both Christmas and Halloween. So this is actually a fab because you can have as much fun with this as you want. Mine might need a little bit of work, but great project.
Fab or fail, holiday style.
Good morning, everyone. Boaters, here's a look at your current seas, current conditions. Not too terrible. We've definitely seen better, and we would like for these seas to go down. Right now, they're sitting at 5.5 feet, and they'll continue to increase as we head later on into the afternoon. They'll get up to 7 feet today, and that's near shore. Offshore, they could get as high as 9 feet. Small craft advisory continues to be in effect, and it will be in effect until 7 o'clock tonight. This onshore wind is going to pick up, too, and that is going to cause us to have a high threat for rip currents today, so not a safe day to hop in the waters. Also, surf waist to chest high. Tori, back to you.
All right, time now is 6:27. Coming up in our next half hour, one of the greatest nighttime shows of the year. It's happening tonight. How, when, and where you can see a meteor shower as it's reaching its peaks. We'll be back soon.